And we're back in the game with some more Tsardoms Total War. And in fact, this is going to be an entirely new playthrough. Now, as some of you know, we're already doing an Ottoman campaign in this wonderful mod. It really is a wonderful mod, and you should definitely go and check it out for yourself. But today, we're going to be starting a brand new campaign. So, let's go ahead and select single player and main campaign. Now, who are we going to be playing as? Well, first, I think that's the correct setting, so we don't have the advisor pop up. Now, it is actually recommended to go on medium, but I don't always do what I'm recommended to do I? So, we're going to go with very hard. And let me see, who am I going to play as? I'm still having trouble recognizing the factions just from the icons. I will become more familiar with them. We are going to do Wallachia, but not today. Who am I going to do today? Let me see, I've got to find them. It's going to be Naples, which is down here, and in the boot and heel of Italy. Where's their faction symbol? Am I going to have to go through everyone just to find them? Balkans, Ragusa, Serbia, Albania. We are of course going to do every faction in this mod, so don't worry. If you have a particular favourite, we are going to get to it. My particular favourite up to this point is the Roman Empire. I'm doing a personal campaign as them. I should have turned my timer on. Alright, Duchy of Athens, Knights of St. John, Ottomans, who we're already doing. Not those. Not Swiss. Swiss are not pacifists in this one, I can tell you that. Trinacria. That's an interesting one. I've never even heard of the Kingdom of Trinacria, but there is in fact there in Sicily. Ah, there, Naples, one of the last ones to go through. Now, as you can see, we do control the southern third of Italy, but we also have a colony over in that would be modern day Albania. That's a colony that we have in Greece. Now, let me see. Yeah, actually, when I did my Ottoman one, I clicked on the wrong one, and I went with controlling 100 regions. So we're actually going to do a short campaign. Now, looking at the map, we already control 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 regions. We actually have to wipe out the Kingdom of Trinacria. So if we wipe them out and maintain all of our others, then that would be close to it. You know what? Let's go expansionism, because that's going to be 50. I don't know how this is going to play out, because we are going to have to deal with Pointy Head in Rome. That's the Pope. Everyone knows by now how much I dislike the Pope, despite having a namesake. But our Ottoman campaign requires 100 regions, and I think Naples with 50, we can always edit that out if it becomes a bore. It's a lot more manageable. So we are in fact Catholic, so we will have to deal with Pointy Head. Strengths: excellent high tier French troops, good mix of Italian and Angevin troops, access to allied Albanian troops, because we have that colony there. Lacks mercantile power, brink of civil war. I'm not sure if we are going to have a civil war or not. Lacks the later professional provinciati troops of other Italian states. Well, we'll see about all of that. Right, so let's get started with our brand new Naples, or I should say Neapolitan campaign. I like Neapolitan. I haven't had any Neapolitan in a while. So, I believe we have the correct settings. No advisor. Very hard, very hard. And let's go for it. Oh, wait. We also need Constantinople. So we will have to send an expedition over there at some point. So here we go. Beautiful loading screens. That's some, I believe, Ottoman Janissaries there, fighting against some Christians, I guess, by the armour that they're facing. We now have access to the Janissary troops in my Ottoman campaign, so we're going to start recruiting some of them. They look like they have very slow replenishment rates. Right, welcome to Tsardoms Total War. We've already read through the Ottoman version of that. Do we want to read through all of this? That's going to slow down the episode and we might not get too much done. You can read it for yourself. So, do that. Go ahead and read this section. You can always, in YouTube, slow down the speed of your videos to 1/4 or 1/2, and you can always skip forward and skip back. Right. And go ahead and read that. There's lots of interesting things going on. This mod does focus heavily on the Balkans and the Italian Peninsula and Anatolia. And finish off reading that. Right, noble houses in Tsardom. You'll have to do the same thing again there. Should be able to read through all of that. Regional titles. Again, if you've seen the Ottoman one, you can do that. Go ahead and read. Lots and lots of reading to do. It's fun to do this reading in your own personal campaign. If we were to read through all of these, I wouldn't probably get any action done. It's kind of like in the mod Europa Barbarorum 1 and 2, where there's lots of historical events going on, and other mods do similar type of things. Okay, a conspiracy rises. I think I should pay attention to this one. My lord, a group of noble conspirators have asked for your help to murder the king. Ugh, shame on them. They say it is best for our kingdom. They always say that. What they mean is it's best for them and their pockets. Will you listen to what they say and accept their request, or refuse to have anything to do with them? If you accept, the king will be killed. Death to the king. Long live the king. If not, he won't. However, those nobles may be angry about this and rebel. I'm going to refuse. Okay. Well, hardcore campaign gameplay. My lord, this is a summary of extra cost. I actually turn this one down. I don't mind paying that to change the capital. Let me see, this summary of extra costs estimated by your dutiful bureaucrats. The cost of changing the capital and the maintenance of our armed forces in enemy lands. Yeah, I'm actually going to turn that one down. The conspirators. We must deal with them by the sword. Maybe there's a rebel settlement or something. We have a new faction heir, Prince Robert. He's over in Lepanto, which is in modern day Greece. Now, we have the colony at Corfu. Okay, Corfu. I believe that's still a Greek island, isn't it? It used to be, and perhaps still is, a very popular tourist destination for British people. Going all the way back to the 60s and 70s. Yeah. I'm fairly certain this is the coastline of modern day Albania. Right. Now, loyalty. He's got good loyalty, but there's not much we can recruit there. Lepanto. Not much we can recruit there. How much is that bringing in? 289 and 463. We're probably paying more than that for the upkeep of those armies. Right, we've got 9,000 in our treasury. We're anticipating losing almost a third of that per turn. We need to fix that up. The Pope. We don't have enough piety to request a crusade. We are at war with the Duchy of Athens, which is down here somewhere, I believe, possibly even over here. So that could put this settlement in imminent danger. We're also at war with the Kingdom of Trinacria, so Sicily. Right, what agents do we have? I think all of the Catholics start out with at least one? No. No. That is that the Swiss? It could be the Swiss. They've got a lot of cardinals. Right, any agents do we have? So we've got princess, we've got bishop and 2 priests. No diplomats. Settlements. Durasso is not particularly happy. That's the only one who's not unhappy, or not happy. What's the most profitable? Napoli, not surprisingly, and Aquila, which is in southern Italy, I believe. I know where Salerno is. There was a famous battle there during World War II. I know where Durasso is. Ah, there it is, Durasso. In southern Albania. I know where Bari is. It should be over there, shouldn't it? Some of these I recognise from playing Medieval 2. So we are going to need a diplomat, and we're going to need to get peace with some people. Do we have some military forces? Do we have any ships? We don't have any ships. Right, what I'm going to do is, and some people will agree with this, and some people will disagree. We've got troops on that little fort there. First I'm going to disband you. These are getting free upkeep, so might just leave them there. There's a fort there, so what we could do is immediately save 400 coin by putting those 2 in there. Durasso, that could come under attack by the Albanians. It's not happy. Yeah, but we're going to have trouble maintaining happiness there in any case. That is bringing in a little bit more money. I think I want to concentrate my forces in southern Italy, because as you can see there's like 3 rebel provinces there, and we are at war with the Trinacrians. I'll probably end up just calling them Sicilians. Right, so we can't get a ship there. We cannot get a ship there. We can get ships here. That would be a shame, because look at all of those good units. Signori Noble Cavalry, Albanian nobles, Italian lesser knights, I'm guessing there's some greater knights, Merchant Cavalry Militia, Scutiferi Cavalry, some Albanians. Right, some nice units there, but we're kind of exposed with our colonies. Yeah. So I am going to get a ship there. 740. Let's get the cheapest ship. Can't really even disband any of those units, can we? That's going to save another 200. They don't cost much money. So that's saving another 400. Can we get away with that? Ooh, that suddenly put them into the red. You know what? There's probably that one building will save them. You know what? I'm going to disband all these buildings. We do need to keep the ship right, so we can get that ship, obviously. That's going to bring in some money. Now we are going to lose about 470-ish. Hopefully that port doesn't get damaged when they start revolting. Albanian archers, they can't put down stakes. That's kind of like the Azap archers in stats from our Ottoman campaign. Not particularly good, but incredibly cheap. But the Azaps can actually put down stakes. This is not our territory, so I'm kind of thinking that they will rebel, and we might not get the ship in. So I'm actually going to build, if we can, another ship. Where can we get another ship from? Aquila. Yeah. You know what? That's going to be safer. So we'll save that money, and we will destroy that. So we're going to come and pick up that general. We'll come and pick him up. We'll do the same thing at Corfu, disband units, and over here. In fact, we're going to get rid of most of those units right now. Control A, Control D. So they're still relatively happy, and we've got 16.8. We're only going to lose about 1,000 at the moment. Now, our princess can act as a merchant, diplomat. So we've got this rebel settlement up here. Don't have any units available to move from there. Alright, well, let's go and join up there. Oh, he's only got 2 loyalty. We need to change that over. He's only got 2 loyalty. Seriously? That's our faction leader, isn't it? What if we take him out? That is going to hurt our income a little bit. Right. So we're going to go after that settlement. You go up there and act as a bit of a spy. We've got an army here, but that's just under control of a captain. I would like my armies under the control of actual generals or nobles. What's your... Oh, only 2 there. What about the guy in here? That's only 3. I do not like to move generals out unless they have at least 4 loyalty. So that should be enough to hold off the Trinacrians if they come up. Because I think they can only come up through here or over there. Here's a highly detailed map. So those troops. So let's send them up here. Hopefully we can get over there. And we'll send you over here to do some spying. Now, can we actually get any diplomats? Because diplomats are usually restricted to your faction capital. Now, those princesses are bugging out in my Ottoman campaign, so I'm not going to invest any money in them just yet. Now, we can boost the tax rate there. Can't do it there because that's a fortress. It's a castle. We have a lot of castles and fortresses. We're not going to do anything here. That's another castle. Minor city. Yeah, we can potentially boost it. Yes, we can get away with that. Right. So I'm going to come close to breaking even. We're actually close to Rome. I think Rome's somewhere around here. So we're going to try and get an alliance with the Pope. Maybe offer him a little money per turn. Looks like we've got a decent amount of troops to recruit there, and there, and there. No artillery yet, so let's try to boost our economy. And the best way to do that, I found, is boosting your population, because most of the factions in the game make most of their money through taxation for quite some time. It's very rare I find anyone making more money from trade than taxes for quite a while. So we're going to boost our tax base if we can. It's going to take a lot of money though. Can we actually get artillery? Not yet. We have to wait for an event for that. Those are some expensive buildings. Aquila was the other one that was making very good money. Well, that's a bit cheaper. Who's second? Salerno? Or third, I think. Yeah, looks like Salerno. Then who's next? 871. Yeah, not by much. Boost that tax rate. That will come in useful. Okay, anyone else? I'm not going to do anything there. Not going to do anything there. And we're not going to recruit any units just yet. Let me check the other settlements to see if we can get another diplomat. Can't get one there. Can't even recruit anyone there. Nope, looks like it's only at our capital of Napoli. Now, I'm not even sure if there's any factions on Corsica and Sardinia. That's kind of like the western edge of the map. You can get to modern day Tunis, I think. Well, I'm not sure if anyone is even there. You can get down to Crete, but again, I don't think there's any playable factions there. Cyprus is on, but there's only one settlement there. I believe it's a rebel settlement. So these islands, apart from Sicily, are not going to be worth too much. Right, let's hit the first end turn in our Neapolitan campaign. Hopefully people will enjoy seeing Naples played. There aren't too many mods that have a playable Naples. A lot of the medieval mods focus on the North Italian states, such as Venice, Genoa, Milan. Ooh, this is good. He's betrothed. We were going to send her as a diplomat, but he's very loyal. We need loyal ones. Take rebel settlement, Potenza. Well, we're going to learn some Italian geography. Where is Potenza? There it is. We have our bishop outside there. Right. That's going to be worth 4,000, so I think we'll actually go with that. Ah, yes. Do we want to turn this one on? A plague from the east. That must be the Black Death. I'm actually going to read this one for you. If you don't like hearing my voice so much, you can mute me. I won't take any offence. It appears that a terrible pestilence that originated from as far away as China, 2021, COVID, has spread throughout the Mongol Empire. The disease has reached over the Caspian Sea and is spreading quickly into the lands of the Lower Volga. It's a river that runs through Russia. But in recent months it has already decimated the population of India and Persia. Would you like to play the game with the Black Plague? I don't think too many people would like to play a game with the Black Plague. unless it's finding a cure for it. If you answer no, then the plague will be deactivated. What did I do in my Ottoman campaign? I don't remember. But you know what? We're going to turn it on. So, if you answer yes, then the whole of Europe will be impacted by the plague, and all your settlements will suffer from the plague for several years, simulating the historical event. Moving your generals away from settlements, which is something I've been doing since Medieval 2 came out, will lead to lesser chance of them getting the plague and dying. Makes sense. Many people, when plague struck cities, moved out into the countryside. Unfortunately, many of them were already infected and they spread the disease throughout the countryside. So we shall activate it. Writing at Durasso. Yep. Action announcements. So where did that new chap pop up? There he is. He's the one who just married into our family. Right. Let's get you up there and find Opie. Let's get another diplomat. I'm going to move that ship over. Can we get over there?
This is a course we cannot
Not
follow.
quite.
Yes, my lord.
Right, at least we haven't been attacked over here yet. So, San Severo, or San Severo, they have a lot of very strong spearmen, halberdiers, pikes. Not much in the way of missile troops. Now, we can't get any mercenaries at the moment. Were there extra units? No, unless we pull some up from Bari. Do we have much in the way of cavalry? We've only got one missile unit there. Peasants. We're going to disband them. More peasants. So, peasant archers. So, I'm also limited in our missile strength. Definitely going to want that cavalry.
Yes. As my
Let's
lord
get them up
wills,
there.
we march to battle. Yes. Orders. Yes,
Ah,
my
misclicked.
where we shall meet the enemy.
Lift the siege.
Settlement, my lord. Your orders, noble
That's
one.
annoying when it happens.
Yes.
We have a tendency to move.
Move on.
Right.
Orders. Your majesty.
Stop moving.
My lord. Your orders, noble one. Orders. Yes. Move on. Your orders, noble one.
We've got a fair amount of spearmen as well.
My lord, your majesty. Onward. Your orders, noble one.
Stop moving.
Of course, my lord.
Alright, so we've got room for 3 more units, and that'll be 2 more peasants. And let's get some more archers. They'll be able to get up there in time.
March. We continue tomorrow, my lord.
So, that chap, what was his loyalty like?
Noble one.
Still good, so if we can actually get him over here, he'll lead the attack from Bari against Taranto.
Traveling
Another famous battle, naval battle in fact, from World War II, Battle at Taranto. I believe that's where the Italian Mediterranean fleet was stationed. And the British attacked the fleet while it was moored in the port using torpedo bombers. And that's where the Japanese actually studied the attack and planned their attack on Pearl Harbor accordingly. So we had the marriage acceleration. Right. So we've got 6,300 and we're actually going to make a profit. So that's good. I mean, we could have... Actually, I'm going to disband them. They're pretty much worthless. I will use them up there for cannon fodder. In fact, I'm going to get... Well, I mean, they don't look that powerful, but do they have halberds? Or is that some kind of farm? They're effective fighting cavalry and against armor. Okay. You know what? They might actually have a use. So our plan is to capture San Severo, get this general and any troops from these colonies over here, take Taranto, which is a city, and go after Potenza, because we've got 15 turns to do that, so I think we can manage it. Wonder if we'll get a battle in here. I think the troops at the rebels at San Severo will sally out. They didn't, so we did have a revolt there. Another bride has been presented to one of our nobles. We shall accept her. Okay, the Holy Roman Empire has had an election. So, quite a bit to read. If anyone actually wants to read these, let me know in the comments section, otherwise I'm just going to skip them completely. Aha! The Siege of Kaffa, a Genoese colony in the Crimea. Yes, we know where that is. 1346, to break a stalemate, the Mongolian Khan, Genebeg, decides to catapult the diseased corpses of plague victims from into the besieged city to unleash an epidemic. Bacterial warfare. The effect is deadly. The used bodies were Mongol soldiers that perished from a disease which ravaged the camp. The bubonic plague. Merchants who manage to escape the siege will spread the scourge across the Mediterranean and into Europe. And that's why you need effective border controls.
Yes, my lord. Plotting course. Your orders, number one.
Right, let's get him down here.
Full sails.
And I'm going to take
Orders, number
him. What did we have in there? Spearman. Right, castle. I mean, we could have tried holding that, but there is a land bridge there, so enemies could have come across, captured it. I'm not saying anyone would have, but they could have. We might be able to get close enough.
Now, my lord.
That is our territory, so we can come through there. Yeah, that's the. For some reason, the Duchy of Athens is in fact called Catalan, and Catalan being a region in Spain. So I'm not quite sure what's up with that. And that's a castle, so even with no troops in there, I'm actually fairly happy. So I'm going to leave them in there because they're getting free upkeep.
Your orders?
Now we need to get you up to Bari.
As far as we go today, my lord.
Marriage celebrations, faction announcements. Okay, let's come up here. There it is. Rome.
Is there something I can do for
That's generous, and that is just rejected. Okay, I think because we put the campaign difficulty on very hard, we're going to have trouble getting any alliances.
It seems we have another proposition.
I mean, we'll try.
I am afraid. Excellent. What else would you suggest?
I'm going to offer them some money. See if they'll go for it. Ah, they accepted. Let's see if they'll stick with it. Alright, now head up into northern Italy. Now we did get another diplomat, and I'm going to get yet another one, but we'll have you coming over here.
Today's
once that ship docks, we're gonna take him over to like Greece, so we can start getting some trade and alliances, perhaps over there. Hold still.
bringing our orders. Converting armies.
Right. Agent recruited. We'll get another one. I don't think there's a limit to how many we can get. Okay, we've got 13.1 and it's projecting a profit of 64 but a treasury of only 12. Something's slightly off there. I guess because we got that money back from destroying those buildings. We're going to have a revolution here, or revolt. So I'm going to get rid of those. Now, those buildings, one turn there, same up there. We are going to lose taxable populations from Corfu and Lepanto. What we need is that artillery so we can actually storm settlements as quickly as possible. Would like to have at least one battle in the first episode. Yep, rioting. Go ahead and riot. What happened here? Didn't I... Why are there troops there? Didn't I... I swear I disbanded them, didn't I? I mean, we've got an agent. He's the only one we've recruited. Did I forget to do that?
Yes, my lord.
Ugh, silly me.
Full sails. Plotting course now, my lord. An honor. On my way. Today's journey
Right, we have a priest there. Let's actually put him in
meeting
with you.
course, my lord.
I'm not sure who's up here.
Naturally.
What's the next faction? Lombardy? Tuscany? We'll have to see.
Someone to see.
We could try coming down and asking Trinacria for a peace treaty. Relations have improved even more. That's good. In fact, can we now ask for a crusade? San Severo. Any other settlements? Rebel settlements? No. It's in Bulgaria. It's not really any useful ones. And we can call it on, so why not? Alright. So those are all Catholic. Because most of the Christian Balkan factions have their own church, like Croatia and Serbia. Right. So most of those are Italian factions, or the ones from up here, Switzerland, Bavaria, Austria. How's our tax base? Yeah, still went down a little bit. Let's keep trying to increase the tax base. Still no artillery. I'm sure we'll get an event message for that. Hopefully. Nope, not going to do anything there. Doing anything there. Still making a profit though. Yeah, our trade did go up a little bit. Right, how long can they hold? 3 turns. I'm going to try and get a battle. Doesn't look like our faction is particularly strong in missile units. Certainly not until we get some gunpowder ones. Looks like we have a decent amount of spear and pikes. Okay, it happened that in October of the year of the Lord, 1347, 12 Genoese galleys, fleeing the wrath that was brought down upon them due to their iniquity, arrived at the port of Messina. That's in Sicily, right? Northeast, the point closest to Italy. The chronicler, Michel di Piazza, recorded the arrival of the plague in Sicily in his Historia Secula ab Anno 1337 and Annum 1361. The Genoese were immediately banned, but the infection remained in the city of the Strait, and the same happened in major commercial ports of the Mediterranean. Yep. Right. Faction announcements. Come on down. Aha, Trinacrians. Maybe we can have a little battle against them. They've got noble cavalry, 2 spears, militia, and 2 crossbow militia. Let's see if we can find anyone up here though. There's a port belonging to, it's a rebel port. Master rebels. Right. Now, get onto the ship and sail over here. Ah, Albanians have gone after Durasso. Fine. Go and sail around there. So we got 3 generals there. Right. Now we're going to get some more units. Let's get some cavalry. Get limited in cavalry there. Berovedri Raider Infantry. That could be interesting to use. So we didn't construct anything. Maybe we can have that little battle there. Give them some loyalty increase. Right. Oh, there's plague. There is plague there. Right. Let's see about our first battle in our Neapolitan campaign. Hopefully this isn't bugged out. Our Ottoman campaign has gone very well and we haven't had any crashes. So, Skynet. Right. Yep, they don't get any stakes. Might as well have a look at our general's unit very quickly. Look at them. I know I say it every time, but blast, that's some fine detail on those units, isn't it? They really are beautiful. Look at him. He doesn't even have a helmet on. Like a cap. I would definitely have a helmet on. Right. I mean, even the standards, flags, pretty awesome. So we've got lots of spears, so we should be well defended. Let's get those well out in advance. The enemy is in fact coming forwards. They are not holding back. Wonder what our range is. Let's have a look at the rebel units. Italian spear militia still look very fine considering it's basically the most basic unit. Alright, we are firing, so they are in range. It's a very solid wall of spears. They can do the Schulstrom. It's kind of like forming a hedgehog, a circle with spears pointing out in all directions. But some of those with rather large shields. There's a militia. That's a different type of militia. I believe they're... No, they're actually they have swords, but not all of them have swords. What are they, clubs? No, it's kind of like a elongated meat cleaver, isn't it? That looks like a very dangerous weapon. We're about to get charged by their cavalry. Alright, they did take heavy casualties on that charge, didn't they? But they are light infantry. Yeah, admittedly I'm not paying too much attention, and they have in fact broken. Alright, that's where the danger is. I think we're going to charge them. Pretty much killing off their missile units. Right, take you out of guard formation and come over here. Now our cavalry units are very, our general's cavalry units are very small, but incredibly powerful. And we actually managed to rally some of the infantry. They countercharged us there.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy
Let's have a
victory.
close up with that action. Right, looks like we've killed off those spearmen. Well, they've got quite a few men left. Let's get some more help up for those generals. We're down to 35. This one's taken quite a beating though. Come and get some revenge on that cavalry. They're still firing at somebody, so they've got some pretty good range on them.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Yep, I'm going to keep chasing those. Right, take them some more spears. I think those are professional spearmen. These ones are still militia. They look pretty good. Nice coloured shields. The number of different shield designs in this mod is amazing. I mean, there must be hundreds and hundreds. They are going down slowly. They're going to break. Says that they're still steady.
The enemy flees the battle.
Yep, we
Run down those
will continue,
worthless peasants.
so we can get a little veterancy. Maybe we can even catch up to their infantry, although they are a fair distance away. You, don't give up. Alright, you might as well just hold your positions. And I guess we'll call it an end to the episode. Came close to catching up. We did catch some of them.
Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won
Okay,
here today.
who actually did the best? Yeah, that unit took a beating, but all of the other units basically didn't take any casualties, did they? I mean, the second worst off, or third worst off, was the General's Bodyguard, that one. Alright, who inflicted most? The crossbows. Yeah, 90 and 90 basically, 180. Followed by the militia crossbows, killing off 135. Now the spears didn't kill too many, but they actually held off the enemy quite well, not taking many casualties again apart from that one, which is light infantry and isn't a spear unit. So yeah, it does look like our strength lies in uh, these crossbow units and spearmen. Alright, very interesting. You've got to learn what your actual strengths are on the battlefield, because you're going to be fighting against different factions. Yeah, that looks like somebody being assassinated, doesn't it? Alright, you know what? Prisoners for profit. Let's see if they're willing to do it. They accepted it. Well, they ran off. Now, I'm not going to put them back in. They may already have plague. How much are watchtowers? 200. Alright. I don't know if there's another settlement out here. No, there can't be. Right. Let's put in a watchtower there. And we'll put in one over here. Okay, I think that's the... No, that can't be the one who just retreated. They have a lot of Catalan knights. Right. Ooh, there was another force with an actual general over there. Alright. +1 loyalty, +1 dread. That's good. No mercenaries. Right, come back up here. We'll see in the next episode. First, whether they have any plague, and whether we can get a peace treaty with Trinacria. I don't think so, because they probably have a victory objective to wipe us out, and we're the only ones that they border. Alright, so you know what? We're not going to be getting too many peasant archers, but we will be getting more of those. I don't know. 3, 2 and 10, 3, 1 and 11. They have maces and are good against armor. I think we're going to be facing a lot of cavalry from Trinacria. They couldn't have too many provinces. Maybe there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. They only have 3 provinces. Right, well, that's going to be the end of this very first episode. So we'll see you in part 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, tell your friends about it, and anyone else that you know who enjoys watching Medieval 2 Total War or its mods.